So Pulsechain has higher throughput, better security, lower environmental impact to the point of nearly none, is a newer coin with more features, is faster than Bitcoin. But Bitcoin has an $800 billion market cap. Pulsechain doesn't. Why? Well, we're new. We're on the way, right? Things will get better, in my opinion. So like, oh, and for you listening, is that a forward-looking price statement? Nope, not a forward-looking price statement, not financial advice. So we've got a wonderful network. We've got wonderful features. We've got wonderful airdrop. There's, you can do lending on the Pulsechain network. There's projects that let you borrow coins. There's projects that there's stable coins on Pulsechain. There's all types of stuff people have launched on Pulsechain. Guys, the network is good. Works great. Oh, and the bridge is free too. Somebody set the bridge to 0 fee so that using the bridge has no fee, both directions. So if you go to bridge.pulsechain.com, there's no fees currently. In, out, either way, no fees. Now you're going to pay a fee on the Ethereum network. Nothing you can do about that. That's Ethereum's side, right? So you got a great network and you got a ton of free coins and it's worked flawlessly for 7 months. Go make it great, guys. Launch stuff on it, use it, build fiat on-ramps, make a money transmitter in your state, make a licensed money transmitter in your state, and you can, make the community better. Like,
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another awesome day on Pulsechain, and some wise words from Richard there to kick us off. PowerCity Earn Protocol is a super successful launch, super successful, incredible numbers straight out of the gate first day, and we're still in it, so pretty amazing there. Going to operate. Earn Protocol is looking hot, and it's only going to bode well. A good time to launch as well. We've got the Earn token and the PXDC, the third stablecoin on Pulsechain, and it's a juggernaut. We're going to look at the big numbers that it's already produced already, and we know how well Liquid Loans has done, so we're going to cover some of those too. Amazing stuff there, and of course, it's a big lending protocol, blue chip, AAA, whatever you want to call it, on Pulsechain. It's going to be an absolute juggernaut as we move forward into the future. We've got lots of big stuff happening on the chain. We're going to be talking about the Magic Carpet Ride and the Sacrifice wallets, and all that sort of stuff is going to be pretty cool. Stay tuned for all that. Obviously, we're going to be covering stock market, crypto, and Pulsechain markets. It's going to be a pretty heavy show today, but heavy meaning good. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it, folks. We got Lies Beneath the Truth in here, looking good. We got Hex, EHEX, PLS, PLXX, and Incentive for the Win. 100% the golden crypto strategy from Richard Hart. We got Just Ask Jesse from the PowerCity team in the house there. Big shout out to Just Ask Jesse, and congratulations to you and your team for the launch. Very, very cool. And the timing is fantastic. We got Brennan in the house there. Morning, Suit Man and family. Good to see you, Brennan. Big shout out to Brennan, man. Good TA call on PDI. So big shout out to Brennan there. Another great call from Brennan. Brennan says he's stacking his earn tokens and staking. Nice one there, Brennan. So we've already got some users there adopting the PowerCity Earn protocol. It's a fork of Liquidity, remember? So going to do wonderful on Pulsechain with the super fast, super cheap fees. So place to be. Lots of big rewards too in the Earn protocol. So we're going to talk about that when we get up to it as well. Sandy Beach says, hey, Hex Token, everybody. Good to see Sandy Beach. Big shout out. We got gas fees on Pulsechain is glorious for yield. Says Pulsechain, absolutely. We're going to talk about that too. Joey Torres in the house there. What's up? Good to see you, Joey. Yes, ETH gas fees were a nightmare today, says Sandy Beach. Yeah, they've been super high with the bull market and stepping up, of course. Come to Pulsechain, the grass is greener. Absolutely. Let's see who else has jumped in here. We got Check My Pulse. Good evening, Hex Token family. And we got Lies Beneath the Truth, says RH for the win. Absolutely, Lies. We always love your alpha in the chat there. Crypto Dan says, hi guys, good to see you, Crypto Dan. Welcome to the chat as well. LFG Superman, woo! Let's go. So Check My Pulse. Absolutely, we are really ramping it up. It is getting exciting, folks. Getting really exciting. you guys are all here, and it's still early too in the cycle. So bring it on. Crypto Heartbeat, another awesome influence in the house there. Let's go. Absolutely. Always a pleasure to see Crypto Heartbeat in there. Big shout out to you. Appreciate everything you do as well. A big howdy there from Crypto Heartbeat. We got Long Vacation. Earn it up, says Long Vacation. Absolutely. Earn it up. So good to see another person from PowerCity there. A big shout out to you. And a big good morning to Aussies from Long Vacation there. Let's see what else there. We got Sandbeach says, when I collect my fees from PXDC in the core, they don't show up on my wallet. Is anyone else having this issue? Or we'll see whether you get a reply to that in the chat there. Thanks, Super, says Bennett. You're most welcome. Once again, good call on PDI. And definitely slap the like button on there as well. All right, Long Vacation says the collect the fees tab in core will collect fees for dApps in the staking pool. You claim your own shares at the stake tab. There we go. All right, let's get into it, folks. We're going to jump into the stock market quickly. We're going to race through a lot of these topics. We've got lots of stuff in store, so let's bring it in. And let me just get rid of that first video. What a great video that was from Richard. We've got a couple of videos coming from Richard, so stay tuned for all that too. Let's bring it on. Let's share the screen. There's a bit of artwork there in the background there from PowerCity, so thanks to PowerCity for the artwork there. Let's see here. Bam. Let's go. Actually, show the whole window. Let's go for that. All right, the stock market here. Let's go. So S&P 500 ends higher after the Fed Chairman Powell reinforces rate cut hopes. So the hopes are alive, and the market will take it. Right, the market will take it. We got the Dow Jones there up 1/5%, 75 points to 38,661. Remember last week we had record highs. The first 2 days of this week we've had 2 red days, and today we've got a green day here for Wednesday's results in the United States. The S&P 500 up 0.5%, 26 points to 5,104, and the Nasdaq there up 0.6%, 92 points to 16,031. So back up is the old stock market there. US dollar just sliding a little bit more there, 103.32, down 0.4%. Let's jump to commodities. Have a look at how they're operating there. Brent oil, West Texas and Brent oil, $79 and $83. A bit of mixed results there. West Texas up a little bit there, 1%. And we've got gold there is up again, 2,155. You know, it's got a bit jealous of Bitcoin, isn't it? The old gold. It's worried that we're going to get convergence, you know, with the market cap. So there we are. It's up a little bit today. As silver as well is up 1.7%, $24.40 on silver. What they call it, the poor man's gold. Big numbers there, especially if we get interest rate pivots. US dollar gets devalued. Silver could do a big run. Some people are calling $100, $125. People like, was it Kawasaki, whatever his name is, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's in that camp. So silver there, $24.40. Let's jump over to the news, though. We've been looking forward to is the Federal Reserve Chairman Powell. He says the Fed will act carefully, he says, but reaffirms rate cuts incoming. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said in prepared remarks ahead of his testimony that the central bank expects to reduce its benchmark interest rate later this year. So he's going to be speaking again Thursday, US time. During the Q&A session with the House Financial Services Committee, the Fed chief, I should say, said that the central bank could afford approach cut rates cuts carefully. So there we are. Central bank could afford to approach rate cuts carefully because of the strength of the economy and the labor market, which has been rather stubborn, right? They're trying to trade off inflation, for employment for inflation, but expects that the Fed will reach confidence to cut sometime this year. And the response to that, of course, from Michael Capon, U.S. economist at the Bank of America Securities, says, overall, we would not call Powell's remarks dovish, but if his word choice was intentional, then the bar to reduce rate cuts rates does not appear exceptionally high. In our view, it is reasonable to keep June as the base case for the first policy rate cut, and that's the one we've been holding on this channel. So no change there. On the economic front, data continued to show a strong labor market as job earnings rose more than expected in January, though the economy created fewer private jobs than expected. The non-farm payrolls data due on Friday is set to provide more cues on that front. So we'll get the Fed chair speaking again tomorrow, and then Friday we're going to have the non-farm payrolls there. And we'll see how that goes. So that is pretty much it. We're getting closer to the next meeting, of course, for the Federal Reserve, which is coming up shortly. Let's see how they're 1 week and 6 days and 18 hours away. The 20th of March, we're expecting a no change of the interest rates there. So 5.5% is the federal funds rate. And then, of course, May. May was the earliest time, and that's all pivoted now because the economy is too robust. And so there we are, 77% expecting a no change. It's not really until June, which is now the base case, has been for a little bit now. And that's just under 70% of the market is expecting us to pivot. In other words, a rate reduction, maybe down to 5.25 from 5.5 there. So that is the play. And so, yeah, that's kind of where we are at the moment on the economy and the markets and commodities. So a good day in the office for the stock market and a great day in the office for crypto. Crypto looking pretty hot there. Bitcoin, 66,244, up 3.42%. Dominance is at 51% at the moment on Bitcoin, so down from the 52% we had the other day, but still looking strong there. And of course, it did get a slightly higher intraday high on the old BDC, over 69,000, and it's got all pushed all the way back down just below 60,000. Now back up at 66,244. So welcome to volatility. If you like the best performing asset class, crypto, you got to get used to the volatility, folks. So 66,239, that is the current price, up 3.42%. Ethereum is even better in dark green. Anything in dark green is over 5%, right? Or anything in dark red is over 5% on the downside. So we got ETH there at $3,829, looking strong. This is typically the way it goes, right? Bitcoin goes first, Ethereum, then maybe large caps, and then the altcoin seasons, right? The mid caps and everything else. It's kind of the typical pattern of how values go. We've got Ethereum, though, is finally up 7.75%, taking the bit of the lead there. And of course, we're leading into big news for Ethereum with the Deacon upgrade, EIP 4844, coming up on the 13th of this month, which is about a week away. So 7.74% there, looking pretty good. And everything else look too bad as well. Uni, of course, is looking pretty good as well, up 21.5%. Obviously, with that profit sharing airdrop thing that they're doing. What else there? We've got AR is up 17% as well. So some nice little standouts there. Now, the ones that should benefit from the Ethereum upgrade should be Optimism, $4.59 at the moment, up 4%. And the other one, another good one to pick off there is Arbitrum. They're 4.62% at the moment, and Arb kind of the lagging behind there. So those should benefit from the EIP 4844 upgrade, maybe even Polygon and others like that. So keep a lookout for that. That's a good play for the next week ahead. So let's jump into that. Let's look at Bitcoin a bit closer. Here we are at the moment. So the day range, how are we going here? A quarter of an hour to go for the end of the day on my chart. We've got the high of the day, 67,654. The low, 62,832 after yesterday's big volatility wick there, and a bit more stable today. The current price, of course, $66,000. We're getting so close, ever so close to the Bitcoin halving. And man, oh man, look at that, 41 days to go for that. So it's coming down just below in a month and a half, heading towards 1 month. We're getting there, folks. Bitcoin halving, it's going to be so good. Remember the block reward going from 6.5 to 3.25. It's a big deal there with the halving. That leads us into Ethereum as well. Ethereum at the moment is looking pretty good too. Look even better. As we say, Ethereum taking the lead there. The high of the day, $3,903. And that's looking pretty good. The low is 3,500. We're currently at the top end at 3,813. And of course, you guys know the all-time high, miles away still, relatively speaking, 4,900 from the last bull market. Bitcoin hit its all-time high, but Ethereum still got a way to go, and it could happen pretty fast, right? So there we go at the moment. A very strong run in here. Will the market, take profits here? We tried to do a bit yesterday. Obviously, we have a lot of big crypto alpha news. The lineup is like the golden race here, because we got so much bullish news all the way through for the first half of this year. So it's pretty powerful. Now, obviously, getting to Deacon upgrade there. We've got that coming up in 6 days, folks. Penciled in for the 13th of March. Obviously, currently it's on testnet. And as you guys know, that's going to be a big deal. Potentially up to 90% savings on the second layer protocols, Zk rollups and things like that. And of course, we're going to be introducing a new transactional form of blob data, temporary data there. And that's going to be It's going to be very useful for lower fees there. Also, Ethereum will get some benefit for some applications as well for lower fees on the layer 1. So it's going to be pretty bullish there at the moment. And yeah, see how that goes. We've obviously got Bitcoin coming up in, as what I say, 42 days. So that's also coming up. So you can see the perfect run. We're going to have the Deacon upgrade 6 days. And then we've got the Bitcoin 42 days. And then we've got the Ethereum ETF approvals, maybe 77 days away. So that's the next line up there. And potentially we have the interest rate pivot in June. That would be 96 days. So 4 decent pieces of news there for the bull market for crypto. We've got a little bit of update around the ETFs as well. The SEC pushes back BlackRock, Fidelity, Spot Ethereum ETF proposals. The SEC has delayed again its decision to spot Ethereum ETF applications from BlackRock and Fidelity as analysts continue to tip May as the month. So basically, they're just all lining them up, just like we saw with the Bitcoin ETFs, lining them up for January. They delayed them last year, moved them to January this year, and got them approved. They're really just lining them up, give them a bit more time on the issues there. United States Security Commission there, it's delayed its decision to approve or reject BlackRock and Fidelity Spot Ether Trade Fund ETFs. And separate March 4 filings, the SEC announced that its decision on applications from BlackRock for its iShares Ethereum Trust and Fidelity for its Ethereum Fund will be delayed. SEC first delayed its decision on BlackRock's and Fidelity's Ether ETF applications in January, shortly after it approved a roster of spot Bitcoin ETFs to go live. The SEC can delay its decision up to three times before making a final decision. So that's the process. The SEC's delay hasn't come as a surprise, with market commentators and ETF analysts long speculating the SEC will only decide to approve or deny the ETFs once the first final deadline arrives in May. So May is still holding up there. In early February 7th, post to X, Bloomberg ETF analyst James Stepper, who we've been following pretty closely for months now, said that May 23rd, the final deadline for Van Eyck's spot ETF application, is the only date that matters when it comes to Ethereum ETFs. And you can see them all lined up there at the moment. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup now for the Ethereum ETFs. So it's a lot of different agencies marketing for us in crypto. Got to remember, these guys, looks like Bitcoin ETFs, they're all marketing for us, selling it to the biggest financial markets in the world. Really has been the main game this year. Long time in the waiting, right? 14 years. So pretty exciting for crypto generally. Meanwhile, the price of Ether has continued to spur, of course, moving up, and away. Not everyone is confident, however, that the spot Ethereum ETF will be as significant as the spot Bitcoin ETFs. With BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin ETF already notching a staggering 10 billion in assets under management alone. So obviously Bitcoin ETFs doing incredible. Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balkahunas, this is the other person we've been following apart from Steffart, said that he and his colleague Steffart would have formal odds on the ETF approval out soon. So we're looking forward to that. However, described the yet to approved funds as small potatoes compared to the Bitcoin funds there. So it will have an impact, but still a bit unknown, and obviously probably not on the same scale at this stage. But you just never know. A lot of people will be liking what's happening with Ethereum there, especially if they do successful upgrades like in the Deacon upgrade there, which is pretty cool. So there we are. We'll get some odds out there from Steffa and Bakunas there on the ETF approvals. Remember, we had 90% for the Bitcoin one on 10th of January earlier this year. And let's see what they think will be the probability of that. We'll talk about that when it comes up. So as you can see, the lineup looking pretty amazing. The Deacon upgrade is going to be very important as well. And we can see that Deacon upgrade is really part of the surge here for the Ethereum upgrade. And that is EIP 4844 there. And this is kind of the stage that we are in as Ethereum heads towards full proto-dank sharding, right? So that's kind of the end game there, and with the goal of getting up to 100,000 transactions per second and beyond there. Obviously, the low-hanging fruit is doing the roll-ups, and second layers will benefit primarily moving up this month. This month's already here. It's crazy. So we're in this stage of the surge. Remember, we had the merge. We're in the surge. And then we're going to bring on the scourge later on. So Ethereum's still got a long path there. And as well, of course, Pulsechain can upgrade to all these things as well. So it's going to be fun to see these things, what the dev team on Pulsechain does with these upgrades. So look out for that too. Big shout out to Bretep and the team. So that's kind of the play there on Ethereum. Bring it on. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Now, there will always be profits taken. So when will we get that dip? We already had one yesterday. When we get the next step in the price rally, we will see. But once again, we're still about $1,000 to $1,100 away from the all-time high on Ethereum. So game on. Pretty bullish in my view at the moment. All right, that brings us into Pulsechain. So we're going to talk about Pulsechain and Richard Hart, and we're going to get over to PowerCity Earn Protocol. That's coming up pretty shortly. So stay tuned for that. Let's see who else has jumped in the chat here. We're going to scroll right back up here. Don't forget to smash the like button, hit the bell as well. Earn it up, says Long Vacation. I like that. That was a good saying there. Slap the like button, says check my pulse. Definitely do that. We got Shirley Fortress in the house there. Good to see you, Shirley. Blowfish King as well. The Emoji King is here. Never fear. And g'day. We got Brazology in the house there. Hey, fam. Good to see you, Briz. I saw we're no drama channel here on Hex Token, Superman Crypto, and Pulsechain X. But of course, I did see a bit of drama there on the X platform there, Briz. But yeah, I don't know what they were talking about. Someone asked about staking or something. Said something about how does staking work or something. You said, oh, the longer, the more costly, which I thought was a good answer. And yeah, so let's shout out to you. Crypto Coin in the house there. Hello. Good to see you, Crypto Coin. Welcome to the chat. J-Man in the house. He's wishing everybody a good day there. Hello, everyone. Sandy Beach has got her Day 6 squat challenge out. Workout tweet coming up. Just been so busy, says Sandy Beach. Yeah, you've been busy claiming all your earn tokens on PowerCity's Earn Protocol. I know what you've been doing. Sandy Beach going beast mode indeed. Brennan says, is the stake value showing in dollars wrong to market value on earn? I think it might just pivot. I did see some toggling between those numbers, between you're talking about like 2% up to the actual value. I think that's what you might be referring to. I've seen that happen to myself. The earn price will be updated in the protocol in a day, waiting for the feed to become available through CoinGecko, which typically takes 48 hours. So there's a nice answer for Long Vacation there. What else there? Freedom channel, a family channel, no drum channel. That's us. That's what we try to do. Do our best job to do that. All right, let's get back into it. Bam, Richard Hart, the man, the myth, and the legend, pushing the ultimate chain. I mean, honestly, by the time we're all said and done at this end of this bull market, people will look back and go, which chain did the best? Which had the best stuff? And it's going to be Richard Hart. You guys know it. Pictures look nice, says Richard. Some people make a year of gains in a day. The bridge is still $0 fee, free. Somehow that could end at any moment. So warning there. What else could it trigger as well? What else could it trigger? Interesting, eh? Bridge convenience, a link there. You can obviously get to the bridge. More secure. Now, the links to all the stuff's in the video description. You can go through Pulsechain. And then we've got the bridge link in there. More secure is to run the bridge software locally in case you don't trust IPFS gateway. And of course, he's posting there all about Hex and all the different tokens up and away there on Mad Gains. So kind of cool. I think he's got the 7-day window as well. That's what I had on yesterday. I had a 7-day window on it. Must have accidentally toggled it from 24 hours to 7 days. Normally I do 24 hours, right? Because I'm doing daily videos most of the time. But yeah, looking pretty and crazy on the results here. 55,500 views on that. How about that? 555. I'm sure there's another 5 in there. I'm sure there is. 555. That's just why we go. See, everything's like aligned. It's an omen. It's a signal. It's something. There we go. So that was Richard Hart there 6 hours ago. Richard Hart also posted out something else though. Bitcoin Wall Street would never dump on you, would they? Of course they would. Of course they would. So he's just talking about how the price is rallying there. And this is Bitcoin dollar there. Now, obviously, when there's big profits, there's going to be some pullback on the way, even in a long bull market, that might last 18 months or whatever. You're going to get the pullbacks. So just be careful out there when the price rallies, hyper rallies, and it's got to take a breather, right? RSI is a particularly good way of looking at that. Moving average crosses as well. Pretty cool. A 50, 200 day, shorter time frames, maybe the 9, 34. Those are good ones to use as moving averages. There we go. That is Bitcoin there from Richard Hart. Looking good. Let's get into some of the cool stuff. Now we're talking about the Magic Carpet Ride. So let's talk about that. I'm going to play this little video because it's kind of lead us in pretty nicely into this. So let's go.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.
All right, so some nice stuff there from Richard Hart around the magic carpet ride. And we got some updates here from Martin at storyteller_17 on X platform. He's got a post here that breaks down some of the data that's been happening with the sacrifice wallets and conversion from DAI into ETH. So here we are. Their wallet is now converting 40. We had been doing updates yesterday, so remember all those updates that we did. 16 million DAI converted there to 58,000 ETH there on sacrifice wallet. But there's more, of course, been happening. Today, the wallet is now converting 44 million DAI that was put into Maker into ETH as well. So that was a nice update there. Then we've got some more updates, so let's go through those. Another sacrifice wallet was 9 hours ago. Deposited 105 million DAI to Maker last week, is now converting it to ETH. Looks like the OA is going full gas, no brakes into ETH there. So we've got some more conversions going on there. What's this one here? Mama raised no pussy, says Martin there, hashtag. And we've got deploys 500 million in ETH. So there we go. Some nice one there from Martin. Someone's calling Martin there, renaming Future Teller. That's pretty funny too. 4 hours ago, today's sacrifice wallets have acquired additional 39,100 ETH, 448 million DAI, and an average price of 3,785. Total ETH held by OA is now 98,000 ETH. There's a bit of wrapped ETH in there too, as I understand it. So a couple more wallets there being chased down. So looking pretty good, folks. Looking pretty good. What else there? So that is pretty much some of the updates there around Magic Carpet Ride. Moves are about to be made. And of course, there's a couple of theories going out there how you could use this to pump Pulsechain. It's going to be pretty fun to see which one plays out on that one. We discussed those in the Discord, so you want to get on to talk about that. We're going to be having a discussion today on those theories and going through the evidence. They'll be in our Discord later today, so that'll be fun. All right, so let's get in. Links in the video description. Join the Discord. So let's have a look here. At the moment, we've got $175.6 million bridged over to Pulsechain. So watch this number. This is the number we're going to be watching. You just saw those $500 million worth of ETH. Let's see what happens where that comes over to the bridge. Now, there's a theory of keeping that on Ethereum, of course, with Hex. But here we are. Pulsechain's the main game. So we're watching out for that too. So we'll be keeping an eye on this. Now, we're going to get into the stats for today. So let's do that. Day 299. Can you believe it? 299. And we're about to start day 300 today. That's starting day 300 for instance, Pulsechain. But 299 today. Let's get into the results real quick. 000145 is the Pulsechain price, up 45% of the sacrifice price, so above. We're up 2.1% today, so very modest moves at the moment. We're up pretty nicely overnight. It's kind of cooled off there, I think, after a bit of whale selling. We're now at quadruple 0559 on PulseX, up 8% there, 1.6. A key beneficiary from the Earn protocol that's successfully launched. So we're going to talk about that. That's our main topic today. So quadruple 0559, and that is currently looking amazing. We're still at 56% of the sacrifice price, so a lot of upside for the old PulseX there. But of course, PowerCity Earn protocol will be taking off, tons of this PulseX off the market. We've got a 20 trillion public supply, and so far we've had 726 billion of the public supply burnt there. So pretty cool so far. So 3.55% is bought up and burned, and now we've got PowerCity Earn protocol as well. So we have another massive protocol to get supply off the market, and potentially maybe 10% of the value can circulate around to buy up more PulseX and things like that. So it's going to be fun to see that play out as we roll out day to day after PowerCity Earn protocol launched. Incentive token is being the star of the day. Of course, Richard Hart's talked about the strategic importance of a high incentive price. It's up 16.6% at the moment, $6.32. A big ratio of 43,572. So a massive rebound from yesterday. I think got down to 38,000, 36,000, somewhere in that ballpark. So that is up pretty nicely. How many in existence? 25,443,000 incentive tokens in existence, and we should get the emission curve should go down at the end of the the first year. So we'll be looking forward to that. PHEX there at the moment, 1.77 cents, up 10.4%. We got EHEX there at 1 penny. That's a combined price of 2.77 cents on Hex. And you guys know I'm waiting for that 3 cent break. When we get that, finally get that break above 3 cents, it's up and away for the old Hex there. Even with BankX out there, I'm sure we'll get through that, particularly on PHEX. Might hold back the conversion narrative, conversion narrative, but we're still going to get some pretty major break there. All right, that is pretty much it. Let's quickly look at the charts. As you can see, the ratio there, we just started a brand new day, but yesterday the high was 1596 on Pulsechain, low of 1364, so quite a range yesterday on the old Pulsechain price, currently at 1451 after a bit of a whale sell there. That is Pulsechain. Pulsex is did a bit better yesterday, high of 6,550, low of 5,073, and today we're at 5,588 there, not looking pretty good. And of course, you can use the Earn protocol, of course, to take your Pulse off the market. You still own it and borrow some PXDC and buy some more Pulsex. That's one option. Obviously, you can also put it in the platform, which we're going to talk about shortly as well. So super bullish move there from the Earn protocol for PowerCity on for Pulsex. So we've got incentive token there, $6.32. Let's look at the ratio at the moment. This thing has been amazing. Look at that breakout, was pretty clear. And here we are, 43,571. Yesterday was our high. We got to 45,340. So a real strong breakout there. We are overbought on the RSI, but hey, look, I don't think that's going to hold it back too long. We could ride that up for a while. We rode it up for a while here, maybe a bit longer here as well. Let's jump over to PHEX there. PHEX rised yesterday, 1.927 cents. Man, it was teasing us yesterday. And now in the low of 1,500, 1.5 cents. That's quite a decent range. But here at the moment, we're on the top side, really, bottom of the top side at 1.77 cents on PHEX there. And remember, the PHEX has got the most RSI room. We're only at 55. So compared to Pulsex and Pulse, definitely got a lot more room to move to the upside. EHEX as well, pretty not too bad. 1 penny at the moment. Got to 1.065, so not even hitting that 1.2 cent BankX wall, particularly on the Ethereum chain. Of course, this is a bridged in EHEX on Pulse, but that's still looking pretty good. And the RSI pretty chill at 55, so lots of room to move on that one. And looks like the MACD might get bullish as well. See the movement on the MACD there, looking like it's going to stay up bullish. So kind of cool. As EHEX, and let's have a quick look at PHEX, EHEX combined. Here we are on investdex.io, the #1 workstation on Pulsechain. Big shout out to that team because this is a wonderful protocol or front end for their data analytics. So let's have a quick look at the chart here. We'll go to the daily and just show you where we're trying to break out from on the old combined EHEX PHEX. So we're trying to get over this 3 cent mark here at the moment. Just in the sideways channel, but man, we are getting so close. We're going to get there soon. Once Hex goes, it's going to go, and we're going to be too late for a lot of people. All right, that's pretty much it for the results there on the prices. Let's go to the validators. We've got 52,223 validators on Pulsechain at the moment, with 1.67 trillion estate in the validators, and of course that's off the market, can't be sold, which is kind of groovy. Gas prices, man, we've had some major spikes today on the gas prices. It has been insane on the gas prices. And of course, we were up in millions here. I did a transaction earlier for the live stream, and I was wondering what's going on. Why is it taking so long to process? And I looked at the gas prices, and it was up in the millions something. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And here we are at just over 500,000 at the moment. We got 3 cents for a Pulsex swap at the moment, and we got 2 cents for a Pulse coin transfer, half a penny for a PRC20 transfer. Those are the prices, and that's a kind of a bullish environment that we've started to move into there. And we're still Ethereum's at 76 Gwei. We're still 3,600 times cheaper than that. It's $103 right now to do a swap on Ethereum, apparently. So we are super cheap. So boohoo, we might have had 1 cent the other day for a Pulsex swap. It's 3 cents today. Still super cheap. And as Richard would say, let's hear his words about gas prices and chain capacity.
Yes, if it accrues so much value and gets so many users, yeah, the fees will go up. And you'll just get really, really rich holding Pulse watching. Oh no, more really, really rich people. Like, you can't, here's the thing. You cannot force a free market to keep things cheap, because then crappy use cases that aren't valuable will outbid useful and valuable use cases. And do you want your chain with limited capacity to be filled up with crap? No, you don't want your chain filled up with crap. You want it filled up with nice, good things. Well, then how do you know what the difference between nice and crap is? By bidding. And the people that see more value in the chain pay more to use the chain. And then your limited resource chain, through the bidding mechanism, is filled with the most valuable things that people can fill it with. And so this like socialist USSR decree that, oh, we're just going to have cheap fees forever, it doesn't work, because there's a finite amount of space and you have to allocate it to certain users. And who should you allocate it to? Those that can most afford it, because they're bidding with their money for how valuable the transaction is. So the solution to a limited resource isn't to screw around with the pricing. The solution to a limited resource is to create more of the resource. So the Ethereum chain is full. Great. Well, we're going to make one with 4 times more throughput, and it won't be full. It'll be empty, and let's go fill it up.
All right, so I love that video there from Richard. Very insightful indeed. So here we are at the moment. That is the currently gas prices, and of course, a sign of a more successful chain. Everything's going up the right direction. So feel confident there. Now the bridge there, that 175.5, we're going to keep an eye on that. It's going to be fun to see what moves there when the bridge feed comes back on as well. Fun times ahead, folks. Fun times ahead. You will see. Expect that if the moves, all that big money's 500 millions coming over, the bridge fee should be adjusted afterwards. So let's see what happens there. All right, let's go. We're going to be starting day 300 soon. Can you believe it? 300 today, starting in probably an hour or something. That is amazing, and it's going to be fun to see. And then 65 days to 1 year, right? Bring it on. All right, let's get into some of the markets. We're going to be talking about that with the top PRC20s. Let me get into that first. Let's go top PRC20s. We're racing through this. Obviously, we've had a nice little update most of the time for everything. PDI, though, has really made the big move, and a big shout out to Brennan. Nice call on PDI. And of course, he was very patient with this one. And because we had a little pump the other day and it got sold back off, but he held his position and up it has gone. So big move there, 40.5% on PDI. And of course, if you haven't seen the theory around PDI and Maker and things like that, Troper, we're going to be discussing that again today as well on Discord. But that is up at the moment, 0026, so 2600th of a penny. And of course, looking good, over 1/4 cent at the moment. So breakout time coming up for that potentially. We'll be watching out for that on PDI. So nice move. What else there? We got Treasury Bill up 20%. Teddy Bear up 15% there. Troper up 35%, doing pretty well. Wrap Bitcoin powered up there 15% to $80. We're going to really enjoying not just the PDI narrative, but the Wrap Bitcoin narrative. Going to be pretty fun. The other big, of course, associated to PDI is the Maker and Richard Hart. So we'll look out for that as well. That currently is at 30% at the moment, almost 31% at $20, and that's been on the ascendancy. So we're looking for that too. You can see the Maker is on the ascendancy. What will happen there? Will that theory come out to play? We will see. Lots of good evidence for it. Let's see how that goes on. The two big meme coins, SHIB up 3.37%. As you guys know, in the last week, meme coins have been ruling the roost in mad gains on CoinGecko. And SHIB and Pepe, two of those doing particularly well, particularly Pepe there. And Pepe is up 13.8% on Pulsechain at the moment. These are the two copies, of course. So up and away on that one. Another one big there, the liquidity fork, ironically, or funnily enough, on Pulsechain, the copy LUSD stablecoin up 42% today. That's kind of a bit of fun there. LUSD there, that's pretty funny. What else there? Let's have a look. Some of these other Aave down 15%, and yeah, looking pretty good all around. Just going through some of these. Plutos up 25%. That's pretty much it. I think I'm going to talk about Matic up 16%. So some nice little gains there on their PRC 20s. Let's go to our second main category, third main category. Sorry, influencer coins and memes. Quickly before we get to the main event, the Pulsechain projects and PowerCity. We've got PTC Grays back up again, 13%. Like a boss there. What else is looking pretty interesting? Let's jump through some of these. Duck Token up 41%. Big move there. Dodge Token from Jeff Kadakis up 25% there. Not bad move as well. So those are the standouts on the top PRC 20s at the moment. Yeah, Axis Alive hasn't really recovered since that whale sold. It is down at 13,838. So no recovery there at this stage. I'm sure it's going to move at some stage in the future. That's kind of where it is at the moment. All right, let's jump to the main event, Pulsechain projects, which includes, of course, PowerCity Earn Protocol. We're going to go to that. Let's go to the top yields. Normally look by liquidity. We're going to go to the top yields there and have a look at the Earn Protocol. Let's go and do that. But before we do that, let's jump into the news for PowerCity because it's looking hot. Brennan says PDI to $1. Yeah. All right, so let's get into it, folks. Earn Protocol that launched overnight or yesterday, and man, it has done very well indeed. Earn Protocol is live on Pulsechain. Now, obviously, there was a bit of a holdback there for the Fetch Oracle. It's having delays ramping up. It's affecting other teams as well, like PulsePot, and obviously, our initial understanding was PowerCity was going to have a hybrid between centralized Oracle that they were going to have in-house and the Fetch Oracle. And then, it looks like they've done more around the in-house just to get this up and running. So I haven't seen much on that. Maybe if the team's still in the house, they can let us know around the Oracle set up for this. PulseX lending protocol is here, looking to access liquidity without selling. And that's the real key. You don't have to sell your PulseX. You can just put it in there, borrow money at a reasonable collateral ratio, and you can go and use that capital either to make money in different ways. Or you can just hold it there. There's just different options that you can do. Earn yield or take a loan. Earn yield or take a loan. That's pretty much it. Earn is for you. PulseX utility case there, built by the PulseX community for the PulseX community. And here are the official contracts. That is the official site there, earn.powercity.eio. PXDC contract, that is it there, ends in 6408. The Earn protocol there ends in C4A2. That is the Earn protocol. And obviously, PulseX there as well. Now, I'm going to leave a link to this in case you want to check it out. I do encourage you to check it out. It is pretty cool. So PowerCity Earn protocol. That is the launch post. So definitely check that out. There it is there. Bam. So PowerCity Earn and get involved. Check it out. It's one of the blue chips, one of the top protocols on Pulsechain. It's going to be very, very important over time as Pulsechain ramps up. So looking pretty bullish there. 46,800 views on that. So it's had some tremendous eyes on it. And note that that's probably just going to keep going up because the word is spreading around and the influencers will be talking about it. The community will be talking about it. So pretty bullish there. So that's from PowerCity. So let's go straight to the protocol. You can see here, this is the Earn protocol here at earn.powercity.io. That has a couple of things here. This is the vault. This is where you can put your PulseX in. You can borrow PXDC, a stable coin. It's the third stable coin on Pulsechain by opening up a vault. So a vault's like a loan. You can think of like that, just simple terminology there. Please approve your PulseX. You got to always approve the token to take it out of your wallet, and then you can deposit in there. So pretty cool to do that. And of course, then the next pool is stability pool. You can, once you get stable coins, you can either buy them off the market or borrow them through the vaults, and you can put your PXDC in there. The current APR for that is pretty amazing, 344%. It's pretty awesome, and you can see all the numbers there. This is the best layout of numbers I've seen on a protocol. They really do put it out very clearly, and you've got the formula and the actual numbers, which I think is fantastic. So looking really good there. The other thing is that I remember watching a little bit of PowerCity's launch video yesterday. I had Just Us Jesse on there, and I remember the ratio, the APR started off at least when I was watching his video, it was at 1400%. And it probably was even higher when it first initiated, but still 443% is a pretty amazing at the moment. So fantastic numbers there. Definitely an option for you if you want to look in there. Now, there is currently 31.9 million Earn tokens remaining in that stability pool. The staking, of course, you can earn staking. You can stake your Earn token in the staking. So if you haven't staked Earn, you can put it in there and you can start earning fees in there. Now, there's two types of fees in there. And issuance fees, you can get that straight away. That's in stablecoin, PXDC. You can start earning that straight away, but redemptions will not be starting for 2 weeks. So redemptions here, you can see here, redemptions on this redemption page. PXDC redemption is disabled for the first 14 days after launch. It will be unlocked on the 19th of March. 10:36 UTC time or night or whatever. So that's pretty cool. And that means you'll be earning 2 types of fees in there potentially with the redemptions as well. So looking pretty bullish. So that's pretty much the structure of the liquidity fork here, the Earn protocol. Now, some of the key metrics. These are the key 3 metrics. We've got TVL at the moment. So total value locked. You see a little formula there. There is 537 billion Pulsex already in the protocol. Remember, there's 20 in total supply. And we got over $500 billion in here already, and it's just like pretty much day one, right? That's $30 million in TVL. So incredible, super successful start to the Earn protocol. Amazing. And I've been saying for weeks it's going to be tens of millions because we saw liquid loans do tens of millions, right? So it's going to be pretty awesome there. Now, the total supply of stablecoin is the third stablecoin Pulsechain is now at $12.2 million. Pretty outstanding. I think we saw liquid loans get up to like 33 million on USDL. So it gives you an idea. And that was after a couple of months. So here we are already up to 12.2 million. But of course, there's a lot more Pulsex around. So easily we could see that get put in there as well. So pretty amazing. 91.6% of that, however, is in the stability pool. So it's sitting in here, getting those sweet earn fees. So that's just the way it goes, which means that you've got the remaining in LP pools and potentially in people's wallets can move around and maybe buy more stuff. So people can use that to go and buy different tokens out there. So it's kind of cool. Staked earned at the moment, 406,000. Total collateral ratio for the whole Earn protocol was 245%. It's kind of the lending health of the platform. That's pretty normal, I think, the 245. And so far, that is where we are at the moment. But also, they got the 3 tokens, of course, Pulsex. They've got the Earn token there, and they got the PXDC token there at $1 as well. So that's looking pretty stable. I have seen that over peg when it first launched because it's huge demand. And of course, PXDC can be put in the stability pool, and people were probably buying it for speculation and for putting it in the speculation stability pool there. And that was up at like $1.07. So it was over peg. There for a while. Now it looks like this will be Earn will be updated with CoinGecko, if I remember rightly from the chat there. Might take 48 hours for that. So that's the play for the Earn price there. So looking pretty good. So redemptions there as well. That will be 2 weeks. Risky vaults here. Now risky vaults down here. If it gets, this one here looks really risky. If this gets to 110%, I believe you can actually end it once they're available. To do, and you get $50 apparently, and you get a percentage. I can't remember what it was, maybe 0.5%, I think it is, of the value. You get that as well. So the rewards could be pretty amazing if you're sitting here watching that. Now they do expect liquidations to be carried out by bots early on. You may be able to manually liquidate vaults, but as the system matures, this will become less likely. Indeed, there's so much money to be made from doing that. Anyway, that is the risky vaults, and you'll have to just click on here and sign a pop-up there from your wallet, and that will be done, and you can make some mad gains. So early on, people might be trying to get hold on to this. You can see that's pretty close. Pretty interesting there. They also got utility page as well, PXDC, Pulsex LP staking. So this is another way to earn. Like you can earn on the stability pool by staking, but you can also earn by providing liquidity as well. So you got PXDC Pulsex LP, 655,000 Earn protocols tokens remaining for that reward pool. I don't know what the rate of emission is compared to, say, the stability pool and things like that, but it does look pretty amazing to do that. And of course, earn Pulsex as well. So you got those 2 pools. You can do it. And of course, once you provide liquidity, you've got LP tokens, and you'll be able to stake those LP tokens inside of this protocols here. So there's 2 different ways of earning the PXDC stablecoin PLSX and the Earn protocol PLSX staking as well. I might try that myself later on today. We'll see what that looks like. Anyway, so we've got trading pairs there as well that you can buy on Portal Hex if you want PXDC or Earn, and you can also add the liquidity pool down here, so you can go straight there. Once you do add liquidity, or you buy the tokens, add liquidity, you can then stake in either of these pools, depending which combination you do. So it's all there for you to do it, nice and easy. MetaMask features, of course, you can add the tokens to your wallet, so everything's nice and easy. This is really part of the PowerCity way. They make things just so easy, so people don't have to think too much about it. So that is the Earn protocol. looking pretty amazing. That is it. I'll post a link to that there as well. Let's see if we've got any comments on that in the chat. Let's see. We got anyone commenting on that? The long vacation says, "Wow, thanks for the love for Earn. Excellent choice. Yeah, Earn, it's awesome stuff." So nice feedback there from some of the team. Workout posted above. Thanks, Sandy. 91% instability is awesome number, says Brennan. Yeah, pretty crazy numbers there. 91.6, pretty similar to what we saw in liquid loans, I believe. So, 9 out of $10 is in there. Is there any way to sell a PLP for PowerCity after you zap it in and make it? Sell? I don't know if there's. Can you do it on Pulsechain? They used to have LPs on there. I'm not sure. I've never actually done that. Good question, though, Thomas. Hex has done nothing this bull run, says Kirby. Yeah, it's waiting for the move. Once it goes, it's going to go there, Kirby. What else? The accommodations in the house. Big shout out to Lies. Yep. All right, let's move on. That is pretty much it. Now, obviously, there's also the tokens. So this is the token. So as you see, when Earn launched, it got pushed right up here, went up to $7.44. I was watching it at the time. I saw it at the time when it was did it. Came all the way down to $2.39, back up to $3.82, and it's currently $33.30. So when you're in the Earn protocol, obviously, when you're making Earn here in the stability pool, you will, the price of that Earn will go up and down. So that will affect your ultimate yield. Just to keep that into account. But at the moment, $3.30, looking pretty good. Liquidity, $447,000. Market cap, 330 million there, looking like a boss. And of course, as I said, it's going to be blue chip there. Give it a rocket, hit the rockets there if you haven't already. And of course, there is the contract there, C4A2. And that is the same one as you can see here, C4A2. So looking pretty good. So that is Earn, looking pretty nicely there. And the total amount of Earn, let's have a quickly go to the contract on the Explorer. 100 million Earn's going to be available in total from the basis on this. It's currently 564 holders based on these numbers at the moment. The other one, of course, is the third stablecoin on Pulsechain, PXDC. So we've got CST, which is fiat backed. We've got USDL from Liquid Loans, which is Pulsecoin backed. And now we have PXDC, which is PulseX backed. So really, we're getting a pretty awesome lineup. This is high quality native stablecoins on Pulsechain. Pulsechain looks like a dream come true. It's pretty much that there. So we are at 1.04 cents at the moment, well above PEG on the old PXDC. So a big demand for it. And of course, the PEG is this yellow line at $1. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. Liquidity has gone up a lot since I looked at it last night. 1.7 million in liquidity, 12.2 million market cap there at the moment, and looking pretty good. A stability coin that's up 2.75%. We like that, though. That's the way we like it. All right, so we got what do we got there? 844,000 PXDC in the actual pool at the moment. Give that a nice little rocket as well. Remember, don't forget to throw some love there with the rockets as well. And let's go have a look at the supply at the moment based on these numbers. Looks like we got 12.2 million there and 555 holders. Look, another good sign. All these 555s today. It's crazy. Getting so many 555s. It's a bullish sign, folks. So that is pretty much it on the PXDC, operating pretty well. And as you guys can see, the contract is 6408. And of course, here it is, 6408. So that is the link I gave you, all looking pretty good. All right, so looking pretty nice. And of course, there's many ways you can operate these, right? But there's also the core. The PowerCity core has been up and operating. Now, you guys know that all the protocols that PowerCity has, PullX or Earn protocol, are generating fees, and those fees are going back to people that are holding the Watt token and are staked in the core. So that's ticking away at the moment. You can see the reward pool is going up here. Yesterday, it was sitting at, I think, at 62 or 68,000. It's now up to $81,703. So the rewards in the pool are going up. These are rewards that have been scheduled for distribution. Obviously, people have to claim them based on their stakes as well. Obviously, you can stake Watt token over here and get that advantage. There is also an AMP bonus. You can try and game the system with AMPs and get a bit of a booster there, particularly through LP providing. So at the moment, $2 million of what's it? $2 billion. Is it 2 million? $2 billion of 2 million watt. Sorry, stake at the moment. 2 million watt. Got to get a 2 billion watt. Let me get that number right. 2 billion watt there with a total TVL dollars of $6.7 million in there at the moment. So that's how much is staked in there. You got the watt price there at the moment. The market cap $7.5 million. And of course, the PLP locked at the moment, 373 million PLP tokens. Those are the liquidity ownership tokens, and that's currently worth $500,000 at the moment, TVL. And there are 5 tokens in rewards: PXDC, Rat Pulse, PLSX, Loan, and USDL. So looking pretty nice there at the moment. So lots of cool numbers there. Now, anyway, you can go to the collector tab, and guess what? All those fees from all the protocols, including the Earn protocol, which we just covered, and PowerCity, are going in here as they launch. You can see they are adding to here Tabular, and of course, PowerCity's got a number of protocols still yet to launch. You got the Earn protocol here. This has got $138 pending, and then you got Portal X here as well. No fees there at the moment pending, but these are the fees collected so far: 21,000 PXDC there, and 414 million Pulse there for Portal X. Now, if you see fees in here and the fees pending, you can click the fees button there, and that will charge a little fee, and you can reallocate that to the reward pool. So that's fully DeFi, basically. The team's not involved. It's really community. If you see fees in here, you can allocate them to the pool, and so people can claim them themselves. So pretty little feature there, full DeFi, and that's kind of neat there. Pretty cool. Lots of cool metrics, obviously, on the right here as well. That is pretty much it. There's docs there you can go to. There's also utilities on the core, and you can do Zapper and Wrapper, and Wrap Pulse and things like that. Trading peers and everything else. All the information you want to need. Add tokens in the ecosystem as well. So kind of cool. They also obviously have a stake page that you can interact with too. So kind of cool. Now, obviously, with having the Earn protocol up and running, there are a number of strategies you can do. And one good site is hauntedstrategy.com. This is cool. It's got lots of different strategies that people have thought up. And of course, they're pretty neat there. The Haunted Strategy, lots of variants. You can see Loan the Dip, Buy Pulse Daily. Now, this is on Pulsechain, but you can apply the same ideas to Liquidity Fork of the Earn protocol. And they've got other strategies on here as well. You can see all the diagrams. Look at that. Pretty cool. So you can check all those out as well. It's here on Haunted. Pretty cool. But, of course, PowerCity's got an answer for that too. And, of course, they've got another protocol coming up that's going to help automate a lot of these strategies. And that's going to be pretty neat on the Haunted Strategy there. Check that out. Cool site. Save to your favorites. And, of course, that is PowerCity is going to have the Amplifier. And that's another protocol that's coming up soon. The Amplifier is the automated front end of the Earn protocol and Liquid Loans. So it's going to be useful for Liquid Loans and for PowerCity's Earn protocol, both liquidity forks. These trustless crypto lending protocols mint a stablecoin by locking up crypto assets. Obviously, Liquid Loans with PLS, and now the Earn protocol with PLSX. And of course, you get stablecoins out the other end, USDL and PXDC. Amplify simplifies the operation of minting and staking while also automating several compounding strategies. As you guys know, Pulsechain is super cheap and super fast. Compounding is the 8th wonder of the financial world. And there we go. Compounding strategies. So you don't need to continually track market prices to time the strategies properly. You can set in these strategies to do that autopilot. So that's coming up too. And that will have fees that will go into the core, no doubt. Pretty bullish there. The other thing, of course, is that PowerCity's got is the accelerator coming up. Accelerator your yield and DeFi. So that will be coming up too at some stage. And of course, the big one here, the big number 7 NFT marketplace, Pixel Park. And of course, this has been a long time in the making. They see they've got some secret sauce on this, and it's going to be quite amazing. So we're looking forward to it. Pixel Park, of course, is coming up as well. They'll be earning a lot of fees. And of course, PowerCity has a huge social media following. They, do the social marketing and marketing extremely well. Have lots of influencers involved and pretty cool stuff. So looking forward to Pixel Park as well. And their secret sauce. Can't wait for that. So there we go, folks. That is all the play. So we've definitely had PowerCity launch. We've obviously had Portal X out for some time now. And we've got Earn Protocol out yesterday. And so looking pretty good. Amplify and Pixel Park coming up next. And I guess Accelerator on its way as well. And who knows what else the PowerCity teams got up their sleeve. So that's pretty much a good overview of the PowerCity protocol. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Pretty badass. And a big shout out to the team because a very, very important protocol on Pulsechain. It's going to have some major ramifications for PulseX as well. PowerCity Amplify automated front end for Liquid Loans and Earn will help automate those strategies. Says PowerCity. This long vacation, fantastic. Looking pretty cool. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's move on. We're going to get into Coast as well. Coast had, which is a fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, is got an update for us. Obviously, they had an issue with their financial agency, which they used to do fiat on-ramping to CST stablecoin. They had to, stop deposits and withdrawals there. Stablecoins still operating, of course. We have signed an operating agreement with multiple new financial institutions to re-establish direct payment rails to Pulsechain. These institutions are very willing to support our product and chain. Working with a foot in TradeFi banking is very difficult, and we know that. It is generally very difficult and frustrating. So moving forward, we plan to have more built-in redundancy, multiple integrated payment rails, and our own MTL solution. That's really great to see. We apologize for the interruption to on and off ramping, but we are fully committed to providing the cheapest and earliest on ramp to Pulsechain for the long term. We appreciate all your support. Enjoy the bull market. So that's coming up as well. So really nice update there from Coast and the stablecoin, and that's our direct on ramp, right, from fiat at the moment. Now we do believe that Liquid Loans is also probably working on some big solution there, partnership that has to do with something around exiting and entering Pulsechain. So that could be pretty bullish too. Some speculations on that. All right, so not bad. Let's have a check out some of the rest of the protocols. Big shout out to PowerCity and the team. Congratulations for launching. What a fantastic day to launch, and some amazing results straight away. I know a lot of people are going to use it. It's very easy to use. And of course, the minimum loan requirement is $500. Liquid Loans, of course, is $2,000 with Pulse, but only $500 there for PulseX. So it's a lot more friendly for the retail players out there. So check it out, everybody. Take a look at it. And let's have a look at some of the other results today. We're going to look by liquidity. We've got Helgo up 11%, Love Token up 5%. We've got Watt Token that's down 16%, so a good opportunity to pick up some of the PowerCity Watt Token there on the old pullback. PulsePot as well is at $14.65. This has had record prices lately, doing amazing here, $15. I've seen $17, but I haven't actually seen it's not on this chart here. So somebody said that. Anyway, that's just taking a little breather, but doing amazing as PulsePot, the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino on Pulsechain. We'll have a quick look at PowerCity's Watt Token after the launch. Obviously ticking away there, so a bit of a sell down there, and maybe a good opportunity to pick up some of this blue chip here from the PowerCity team here on this little pullback there. So there we go, one of our blue chips there, a little discount offer there for you today. Let's have a look at some of these others. We've got, let's have a look through some of these. ZKZX, they're up 27%. The Tornado Cash Fork there. Up Token, which is Liquid Loans, sort of a front end token there, 30%. Need to do more around that. That's got Haunted. Haunted is involved in that, the one we just talked about, the strategy there. Daytona's up for 10%. Dex, one of our late new Dex is up 29% there. Nice big power move there from Dex. Let's have a look at that. So yeah, nice little bump off the bottom there too. 94, so nice little move there on the old Dex. Let's see what else has gone up pretty high there. Kira up 11% there. Wake Token from Coast is up 12% on that news, I guess, that we just read out. That's pretty much it. See all these projects, we're getting a longer list all the time. I like it. I just love it. The Texan Token from Rags to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat up 4.8%. Big shout out to them. What's the other one? Texan Token, and yeah, I think it's on here somewhere, but can't see it. It's here somewhere, the other token. I've just forgotten the name of it, just off the top of my mind. Yeah, that's it at the moment. So those are our projects. Let's have a quick look at PRC 404s. Yeah, not too much happening in there. And our stable coins, as we looked at, of course, earlier, we now have 3 native stable coins now. We have CST, which is Sphere backed, USDL, which is Pulse coin backed, and then of course we now have PXDC, which is PulseX backed. So awesome. And we may in the future have PUSD, and of course I've covered that many times. And we may also have a stable coin potentially coming out from Hex Scout, I think it was. Yeah, it's going to be probably end up with maybe 4 or 5 stable coins. We'll see. We've got 3 big powerhouses already out, so fun times. Great space to be in. That leads us into Hex.com. Now, Hex.com, of course, you can buy Hex on Pulsechain or Ethereum. And yeah, some people are saying, oh, really, Hex hasn't done too much. But you watch, you hold on to your hat. Once it breaks those resistances, it's going to be off to the races. So don't be fooled by that. Anyway, we got Hex at the moment. It is We've got day 1555. That's another 555. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing with the 555s? They're all over the place. Man, oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy today. 555s. Anyway, we were up. That was the 5th of March. Now, we haven't got today's results out. They'll probably be out in the next 20 minutes or so, which is day 1556. But yesterday's results there, 5th of March. And, of course, we had a payout of 7.054. So a really good day on Ethereum there for the payouts. Amazing, right? Amazing. Look at the ownerships. The T-shares down on Ethereum yesterday, 23,000 down. There's 9.5 million T-shares now in the ownership pool. Remember, the all-time high was just over 11.2 million, so not bad there. Let's see what else. The penalties today, 4 million in penalties. Woo! Not today, but for day 1555. 67 million in the reward pool. I know Briz loves that, so he's going to love that. We're up 32 liquid holders and down 1 on the miners there as well. We haven't got Pulsechain's results out, so Pulsechain's results are 2 days behind. So for day, was it day 298 and 299? That's kind of what we're waiting for at the moment. So there we go. They'll probably be out in the next 20 minutes or so. They just haven't been coming out that early as they used to. Used to be like within 20 minutes, just after 20 minutes after the hour. But here we are, 37 minutes past the hour, and they're still not out. They'll probably pop up just after I finish live stream, something like that. So that is pretty much it for that. Looking pretty cool. Let's get back into it, folks. That is our show today. Man, big shout out once again to PowerCity Earn Protocol. It takes a lot of work to get those protocols up and running, get them smooth, and it looks a pretty smooth running up and running now. Super successful, big numbers out, of course, straight away on the first day. It's boding well for the future. Going to be so good. Wow, we've got the Magic Carpet Ride in play as well. Die to stay Ethereum. Hey, Ethereum bull market. 15,000, 25,000. Man, there's going to be some powerful stuff happening here. Pulsechain getting tied into Ethereum and all that big economic energy. Pump, Pulsechain. Who's going to beat us with the X's, man? Who is going to beat us? It's no one. No one's going to beat us, man. It's going to be absolutely crazy. We're going to have a good time here on Pulsechain and spread the word. We're getting all the influencers starting to come out of the woodwork with 500,000 followers. They're all starting to get on board. It's going to be fun times, folks. You watch that chart. Don't get tricked out by any sort of down day or anything, because it's time to accumulate. We're still in the accumulation phase, not quite fully taken off yet. We're getting there though. It's about to start. It's very close. It's very close. It's very close. All right. What else there? Let's jump into stuff here. We got Get Hex says, I missed so much due to my eye surgery. Oh, that's just sad to hear that. Hope your eye is doing well. Get quick recovery there, Get Hex. I'm just sitting on my stack and excited for the BR will run. Harry Williams in the house as well. Yo, hello. I'm still around. Nice to see you, Harry. Welcome back. Cheers, Super says Brennan. Hey, you're most welcome. Yeah, Sandy says Get Hex can recover well and get better. Sandy Beach can relate to you because she had eye surgery last year. Alpha shows says Brennan. I appreciate that. And Sandy Beach says you can stake your bean token in the PHUX LP. Yeah, I was going to talk about that. I forgot to pull that up, but you can do that. So bean is now in PHUX LP pool, and you can start earning PHUX there as well for the bean. So that's a Magic Carpet Ride. We covered that the other day, and then now been added to the PX LP pool there. Big shout out to Sandy for highlighting that. If you own a VPHUX, you can vote too, says Sandy Beach. There we go. That's on PX, the balance of fork from the PH Universe team. Pretty cool. All right, so we wrap up an hour and 8 minutes. That's a great show. Yesterday we were at 40 minutes. Today we're now in 8. Just the way it goes. Check out PowerCity Earn Protocol. Links are in the chat there. We can find them in our Discord too. We'll be adding those as well. Shall we finish off with some really cool, exciting stuff? Let's do it. All right, where are we going here? Let's play out some music on the way up. Peace out, everybody. Catch you again tomorrow for some more Pumpermentals. This was a big day for Pulsechain with PowerCity Earn Protocol launching. It is a juggernaut and high quality opportunities there. Lots of ways to earn revenue. Lots of ways to leverage your PulseX stack and get more PulseX and all sorts of different ways. Check out the strategies. Lots of ways to improve your bags there. Peace out, everybody. Take care, and I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. I'll be in Discord, of course. And yeah, what else can we say? Everything going well? I think so. Let's enjoy. Sit back and relax. All right, bye for now. Cheers.
It's fun to watch Hex pumping up the charts. It's left behind all kinds of broken hearts who didn't buy the dip, who didn't DCA. And now that we're on a rip, it's hard to look away. Now I'm not the one to hand out free advice, but as for me, I wouldn't dare think twice about buying a bag, since we're still somewhat down. This rocket ship's about to break the speed of sound. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. I tip my hat to everyone who minds. You're getting paid out while you're killing time. It makes room for a nice vacation to the beach, perhaps a celebration now that you are rich. Ha ha! Ignore the haters who all called you crazy. You studied hard while they were being lazy. Now you're packing bags, about to take a ride up on that rocket ship, mooned up and starry-eyed. I feel these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Now that we're summer bound and the sun is bright, I see that it's not round but rather has 6 sides. It's a work of art that's written into code, designed by Richard Hart to make our bags explode. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Yeah, we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco.